What's the deal, y'all? Quick little story time. So, as you guys know, my 370Z is tuned on UpRev. I know that's kind of like a weird thing. 370s aren't usually tuned on UpRev at all, but mine is. Long story short, I found a good deal a long time ago, probably like 4 years ago now, where a guy was selling his UpRev and he was parting out the car because he had just gotten into like a really bad accident with it. I picked it up from him, put it in the car, you know, got it retuned, everything like that. Went turbo, retuned it again, etc. The car's been on UpRev for probably like 2 years, maybe, give or take. It's just that time to upgrade it, man. I know EcuTek is actually way better for 370Zs. What I went ahead and did was go ahead and pick up EcuTek. Essentially, I can go ahead and throw this in the car and get retuned. The benefits of EcuTek versus UpRev, you know, for boosted cars, you can actually control your boost from inside the car. You don't actually have to, you know, have a boost controller, anything like that. You can literally control it from your phone, which is so sick. That's a really big plus. You can also manage and like watch all your AFRs, oil pressure, all these type of like different gauges from your phone. So it's just really convenient. You know, you don't have to have any other gauges if you don't want to, but I already have two. I have AFR and I have boost. But it's just gonna be really good. I can just manage everything from just the click of a button. So that's really sick. And then lastly, you know, 370Zs, you know, they're a newer platform. 350Zs, not saying they're old, but just they're a little bit of an older platform. So UpRev is suitable for 350Zs, whether that's gonna be a DE or an HR. But 370Zs, they typically go with EcuTek. I didn't know that at the time because I was a 240 guy. I was coming from a completely different platform, so I just saw a tuning software that worked for the car and I thought that that was the best one. So I didn't really do my research, but take it from me, if you have a 370, go ahead and get EcuTek. Don't even mess with UpRev. But just to let you guys know, it does work because my car has been tuned on UpRev again, what I say, 2 years, you know, almost 3 years now, and I've had no issues. There's a lot of like back and forth about like who's the best tuner, oh Saul this, oh admin this, oh Bondo this. If your car runs and drives, why does it matter who tunes it, you know? Pick a tuner, whoever it is, and just stick with them, bro. Like it shouldn't really matter that much, you know what I mean? So I've been tuned with admin for, again, almost 3 years, and I've been turbo for probably about 1.5 years now, and I haven't had any issues. You know, when my car is down, it's because either something broke mechanical wise or I'm just not driving it, you know what I mean? So I don't know, it's just like there's so much back and forth and I really just don't get that, bro. Like just pick one person and just get tuned by them. That's my 2 cents. What I'll say is for the time that my car's been tuned with admin, I've never had any issues, so admin for the win, I guess. Anyways, I'm excited to go ahead and throw this in the car, man. It's been so long. This is very much needed. I'm pretty sure admin will enjoy that. Alright, so in today's video, I'm not really gonna be doing much of anything but just talking to you guys. This is mainly gonna be for like my G and Z community out there. So if you have either of those cars, I guess this is for you. I just wanna talk about maybe the pros and the cons of owning a Z or a VQ platform. Again, this is my opinion, so please don't take this the wrong way. This is just how I see the Z and G community, you know, us VQ guys. Here's some pros I'll say. So one of the pros of owning a VQ is the tuning capabilities and aftermarket support. There are so many modifications that you can do to your G or your Z to make it faster. Obviously, you can go turbo and buy a turbocharger. You can put nitrous on it. You know, you can supercharge it. Like these cars in particular, again, or these engines, I'll say in particular, they just handle forced induction very well. So again, whatever you choose to buy, turbo, supercharger, anything like that, they just take it really well. So you can make some good numbers, you know, with a VHR stock block, you can probably make about what, 700 give or take. As far as the HR goes, that one is a little bit different from the VHR. So I think usually people would cap it off at like what, 650 or so, something like that, you know, to play it safe. I don't know, but just more of the stories like performance wise, if you are trying to go fast, if you're trying to track your car, if you're trying to drift, anything like that, like these are great cars because they just have the power, right? That's just my personal opinion. I think that that is a big W because for me, being a car guy, I care about speed. You know, I don't really care about looking the best, I guess. I'll rephrase that. I do care about looking the best, but I just mainly care about going fast, so I'll put it that way. You know, that's like my priority. Like when I first got the Z, the first things I really did was, you know, I lowered it, you know, this and that, but I didn't really mess with the wheels at all. The first thing I was doing was, you know, exhaust, wide pipe, everything just performance wise. That's just like me, you know, everybody has their own preference. So I would say pro number 2 for owning a VQ or a Z or a G is probably gonna be the community. And this probably goes both ways. So on the pro side, you know, there's a lot of VQ enthusiasts, Z enthusiasts, G enthusiasts. So there's a lot of people out there that love these cars. Meaning, you know, you can connect with a big community as far as these cars, you know what I mean? Any questions you have or just anything, you know, when you go places, like these cars are a little more on the common side, I would say, but that could be for good and bad reasons. But for me, I look at it as like a good reason. You know, you can connect, you know, open up and all that stuff, have a ton of, you know, Z and G friends, whatever it is. But for me, that's a pro. Maybe on the con side, I guess with it being common, you know, maybe you see it too often. I don't know. For me, I don't really look at it like that, but I don't know. You guys let me know. Do you guys think that seeing your car in particular on the daily or more of a routine basis as a bad thing? Let me know in the comments down below. For me, I don't really think so. I think, you know, seeing it is pretty cool, especially because they're all different. You know, you never really see the same type of Z, right? Whether it's a 350Z, you don't ever really see the same thing. It's always gonna be like different. So I think that's a pro. I think some of the cons, on the other hand, as far as like the Z community, I would probably say the people as well, because a lot of the people are toxic. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot of like animosity on the internet as far as like who's the fastest VQ, who has the coolest VQ, whatever it is. Like, just the people are toxic, bro. The community, again, like I said, this goes both ways, but the community more or less can be a bad thing. You know, they're always like hating on each other. You know, there's nobody uplifting anybody, at least from, you know, coming from a 240 and stuff like that. The 240 community is completely different than the Z community, and I found that out real quick. Yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, like, whew, I don't know. I mean, I be having to meditate sometimes, bro, because some of these people in the Z community are just toxic, bro. Nobody wants to see anybody win. Again, with everybody's car being different, like, why is somebody else getting mad, you know, because somebody's building their car a certain way? So I don't know. This is just how I feel about it. Again, you guys, please let me know in the comments down below on how you feel about maybe your community or even just the Z community. But yeah, those are just some of the things that I feel are, you know, pros and cons. As far as like the car as a whole, I think it's a pro for sure, because like these cars look timeless. There's so many times where I'm driving this car and an older guy or just even other people, they're like, oh, is that a Porsche or is that this and that? Well, obviously they may not be car guys, but more of the story is that this car to them looks exotic, or, you know, it looks out of their reach, or, you know what I mean? It looks something that it's not. And to me, that's dope as hell. I mean, like, you know, to buy a $30,000 car and to make it look, you know, like an $80,000 car or whatever, or have people under the impression that this is an $80,000 car, that's kind of crazy to me. So I don't know. Again, you guys let me know in the comments down below. I think that's a huge plus. This car looks timeless, bro. I honestly, when we get older, bro, I just always imagine, like, what are people gonna think when they see these cars around? You know what I mean? Because like, as us, as like kids or young adults, when we see older cars, lowriders, whatever it is, like, we're like, dang, bro, that's super sick, like super timeless. Like, what are people gonna think about a 2012 Nismo 370 in freaking 2040? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just think about stuff like that. This car is super dope. 350s the same way, especially a Nismo 350, bro, just looks sick. Like, there's so many things you can do. There's so many companies that make so many different type of parts, like fenders, mirror caps, you know, wheels, calipers, headlights, whatever it is, bro. Like, it's just endless with like these cars in particular. So for the VQ community and stuff like that, I'm gonna give it a huge thumbs up, bro. I love it. I mean, you know, there's love and hate with everything. Again, the community sometimes can be more on the toxic side, but I try to just stay in my lane, man. You know, I just have fun modding my car and just making content with my car. And if you guys enjoy it, then, you know, that's all that matters to me, you know? So I do appreciate every single one of you guys for watching the videos, liking the videos, all that stuff, man. That just means everything to me. I know this video didn't really have a whole bunch of like anything in it, but I just wanted to kind of put this out there. Just kind of give my 2 cents on like how I feel about the VQ community, because boy, sometimes it can get kind of spicy. So yeah, leave in the comments down below how you guys feel about the VQ community. But with that being said, that's gonna end today's video. I'm out.